How's it going, guys? Panther Films here. Today we're going to be reacting to episode 6 of Agatha All Along. This episode is titled Familiar by Thy Side. No slash this time, surprisingly. Yeah, last episode we had Agatha's trial, surprisingly. I thought it was someone else's trial. It was a bit underwhelming that it was Agatha's trial because it didn't really do a lot. I was expecting a bit more with the Salem stuff, but that didn't happen. I mean, Salem 7 did show up. We were on the brooms, we had the blood moon, we had, Agatha being possessed by her mother, being betrayed again, and then Agatha's taking Alice's power because Alice tried to get Ghost Mum out of Agatha. So Alice died, and now we had the big reveal at the end of the episode that Teen isn't just Teen, he's fucking Billy Maximoff. And obviously a lot of people were pointing out that, they played the Billie Eilish song because it fits his, gothic teen aesthetic and stuff like that, or it's because, his name's Billy Eilish, same name. And I did notice, while editing last episode, yes, they did play a little bit of Wanda's theme, but it would have been nice to have, a different version of that theme in the credits rather than a fucking licensed song. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you'd have it be Wanda's theme, but it's a little different because obviously it's Billy, it's not Wanda. That's just my little gripe with it. I just don't like overused licensed songs in shows because it's just overdone, Billy Maximoff is here. Question is how he's here. Why didn't Wanda sense him? Probably because of the sigil. Who put the sigil on him? What's going to happen now? Agatha's gone into quicksand or mud, whatever it was. She's gone under. Same thing with Lilia and Jen. And it's great that Billy knew not to use magic on Agatha, so he possessed Lilia and Jen, which was, that's pretty smart from him there. I wonder if we'll get some kind of backstory maybe, because there has to be something of that, right? How he got here, why he's a thing, what's going on, how he managed to get from one division to this, what changed, what happened, But yeah, that basically sums it all up. So let's stop theorising and do-lallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode. Yeah, because he said he didn't have magic, but he was casting that spell. Billy Maximoff.
It works on the witch you casted as well.
And now he's just got the crown. No Billie Eilish this time. Aspect ratio change. What the fuck? Are we going to spend a whole episode on what from his perspective? What? What kind of fucking transition was that?
Look at you. Eat this.
We are so proud of you.
What's happening? Obviously he's Jewish, but I'm not familiar with the religion, so I don't... has he finished school? Is this the thing they do? Palm meetings. Wait, is Lilia here? She definitely is.
Welcome to the curious.
Yep. Wait, so why doesn't she remember?
May I have your right palm? It's clear that a long journey lies ahead of you. Your lifeline is broken in two.
What? Huh?
It often represents personal growth and important life changes.
So, okay, I assume my theory's right. This is just some random fucking kid that is then possessed. Or the soul's transferred or whatever.
Enjoy the now, baby. It's the only thing that's certain.
So why doesn't she remember? What's she doing? Is that a snake? Or is that the sigil? But why is she here? I guess, she's paid to be there, but still, it's just a bit weird.
Been informed there's something happening with the anomaly in Westview.
Wait, how close to Westview are they? So this must be set during WandaVision. Is that the sigil? Because from what I remember of WandaVision, right, like the sigils were like carved in like the walls and stuff.
Is it going away?
It looks like it's getting smaller.
Mom! Out!
Wait! This is the crash. The car crash. Right? From episode 1?
William!
Is he okay? What? William, can you hear me, baby? Call 911.
He's dead. I mean, he was on the side that got hit by the tree. Heartbeat slowing down. He's dead. Dead.
Tommy!
His soul transferred like that. That quick? But the question is, how did it transfer? Did Wanda do it? Well, wait. What?
Don't move him. There's an ambulance on the way.
Why the fuck? Wait, I'm so confused. How she forgot? Surely she'd recognize him, right? Unless it's something with the sigil, maybe. But he's so confused right now. He's in a completely different body, completely different surrounding to where he just was. Because last time we saw him, he was going to bed, right? Like, I assume he doesn't have the memories of William.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Seriously, he's gonna make fun.
But you can hear their falls.
So, the doctor was saying all the scans look clean, and there's no signs of permanent damage.
Well, there is, because he died.
Well, only if you're ready. Are you? Ready?
So that kid's just dead now. Right? The dog knows. He's not the same.
Please stop. Please stop. Please just stop.
Lost, anxious.
I mean, he obviously is lost and anxious. He's a completely different fucking person. He just feels alone.
Maybe I just need to see my room.
So you can hear force. And he's got magic, obviously. Houdini. Alice in Wonderland. Kind of a lot of magic stuff. Like different worlds. Looks like a witch there. Like, I'm trying to get it out of my head. The kid is dead. William's dead. And he's just in a different body. Then the question is, where's Tommy?
I am William Kaplan.
Well, obviously he doesn't believe that. Okay, he is Billy right now. But he doesn't... Yeah, I mean, he thinks it's like a side effect of the accident.
What is this thing? You always have it with you.
It's a sigil.
Well, have you solved it?
No, it's impossible.
They said to just destroy it, right?
I'm just gonna say, William Kaplan, I love him.
I need to tell you something.
Really? I need to tell you something.
Yeah, me first.
Okay.
That's cheating, though. He can read his thoughts.
The car accident. I never told you about it, but
Well, that explains the scar.
I died that night. And when I came back, I was different. I still don't remember anything from before the accident. I want you to know the real me, because I love you too.
If you're not William Kaplan,
Who are you?
who are you?
Billy Maximoff.
At the exact moment we crashed, that anomaly was collapsing.
I thought that turned out to be some Avengers training exercise gone wrong.
Well, that's Jen.
Hey, so what do you think this really is then? Aliens.
Witchcraft. I did find this guy on Reddit. He used to live there.
Ah, yeah, Reddit. The most trusted site. Who is it? I mean, who could it be? Her? No. No, it's definitely not her.
Are you craft crazy 17?
But is that Evan Peters?
Bonerific 69.
It is. Valve Boner. Jesus, look at him.
Risk.
It's just a guy leaving the car park.
What did you want to know?
I'm shocked they brought him back, to be honest.
Wanda had the whole town acting out this sad sitcom plot.
Wanda Maximoff.
You want to hear this or not, Bob?
Do you feel like it changed you? Stuff you couldn't do before.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Please don't ask about Agatha Harkness. Please don't ask about Agatha Harkness.
What do you know about Agatha Harkness?
Come on, man!
Who is Agatha Harkness?
She's an ancient freaking witch who will F your shit up, alright?
Wait, Mr. Bonerific! I just want to talk!
Mr. Bodovific.
Riddle?
He looks like shit.
Extra.
What's he doing?
But I was her puppet.
Oh yeah, he was the
She
husband.
stole my house. Completely. I was a terrible influence on one of Vision's kids. And I poisoned a dog.
Woof.
He killed Sparky,
The little speedster. And his mind-reading brother.
the little speedster, says the guy who played the speedster in X-Men.
Word on the street is Sword used Vision for parts.
Well, no, well, Vision's gonna come back, and apparently with fucking Ultron.
Left my entire Blu-ray collection behind.
God damn. Not the Blu-ray collection.
Last I heard, she was under some kind of spell or something. Acting like a normal resident.
So she's harmless.
Did I say that? I did not say that!
know.
Hey!
I love how it's just a big exposition dump.
Hard with that dog? Or worse! You seriously do not know what kind of crazy that lady eats for breakfast. I really need to fill seats. So what's it gonna be?
Hey, did they give him cash or not? What did they do? Exposition's expensive.
Wanna watch a movie?
No, I'm good.
Psychological horror.
Wait, this is Witch's Verd? Or is this Alice's mother singing this? Yep, there she is. Oh, that's just online. I mean, it is technically. It is. Wait, so is he gonna go looking for Tommy? Is that the end goal? I guess if he gets Tommy back, they can both together bring Wanda back. Because they're more powerful together than apart, I'd assume. Why was the heart black? Was that a hint at Rio? And speaking of Rio, where the fuck is she? Well, I guess we haven't even gone back to that yet. Okay, so, I mean, Rio is technically in the house right now. Yeah.
Okay, it's really
She called quick. I love how it's a little bit different.
Please don't call the police. I can't have a criminal record.
Wait, so that's not what happened from Agatha's perspective. That's also not what happened.
Hooligan?
I panicked, so I ran, but
The gun is...
What compelled you to break into the home?
So
of
this
a
is the
deputy
interview scene.
detective?
From his perspective.
ow! I do not want to poke the bear. No, you don't. No, I don't.
He's gonna crack. He's literally about to fucking break character.
I do not want to poke the bear. Good.
You can see it in his face. Wait, boner family reunion, I just read that.
There you go. That'll work. Now will. Okay, now you know what? You do you.
It's slightly different, but I guess it would be.
Tell me what happened to her!
What are you talking about? These are just flowers. They're just pictures of someone's front yard or something. Like Solway hung femi nom de fils.
What is that? Just walk! Hey!
Come on, I do not want to go back in the closet.
Wait, back in?
Is what I'm missing.
Okay, so we're just skipping forward now from the scenes we've already seen.
My name is William Kaplan.
Say again.
Yeah, we didn't hear it.
I'm Billy Maximoff.
And we also didn't hear that. So I guess both names are hidden from the witches. Also, aspect ratio changed. We're back to present. Somehow Agatha forgot all that. Ugh. How did she do that? But if Agatha forgot what happened to Lillian and Jen, are they dead? Ugh, so you're just wiping it in your face. And just imagine how heavy you'd feel wearing, like, ugh. And now he's breaking the sigil. So the sigil was created by Lilia, but she doesn't remember doing it? Is it because, like, it was one of her spirits or whatever that did it? Through her? Also, where did his crown go?
A sigil. What's that? Power is what I'm missing.
Even with the sigil in the way, you and your mother have the same towel.
Which is?
Very inconvenient for you.
It's a good way not to answer the question.
Sure. Until you.
I mean, She did kind of say like so much like her mother.
Billy. William.
Every witch with a beating heart can hear you now. Lilia and Jen.
Where's Vio?
I mean, I've killed...
Too many to count.
Where did you come by this fresh body you're wearing? Okay, you don't want to tell me. That's fine.
He doesn't remember, does he? Or is it because of the sigil?
So you broke the rules. Big deal. That's what makes you special.
Did he do that, though, or was it... I mean, maybe he did, because he can read thoughts, right? Like, he saw someone who didn't have any thoughts, and then took over.
If we're gonna make it to the end...
But I don't need you anymore.
Oh.
What does Billy Maximoff want?
His brother.
Find Mama?
No.
Robo-Papa. Lord knows where he is, or in how many pieces.
I mean, we'll see him in Vision Quest or whatever.
You're after Toby!
Tommy.
Gosh, you really are a Maximoff. Otherwise, none of this would be nearly as dramatic.
He's my brother. Just know that I do not trust you. At all.
What the fuck?
Got it.
It's kind of crazy how she could be intimidating even though she's not got powers. Like, especially the last episode.
I'm not that nice.
I mean, yeah, he did take over a fucking kid's body. Overall, I mean, I wasn't expecting a whole episode kind of dedicated to Billy's perspective. I mean, it worked for what it was. I enjoyed it, you know, like, the biggest hang-up I have, though, like, the biggest, like, problem, even though it's not really a problem, it's more just, like, what the fuck, is that kid is dead. You know what I mean? Like, William Kaplan, he's gone. He's dead. You know, he died in that accident. Billy is now using, in a way, a corpse to get his brother back. Which is just fucked, you know? Like, the parents don't even know that he's dead. Right? They just assumed, you know, obviously he's got amnesia, he's got memory problems and stuff like that. He's a little bit different than what he was. He's not the same. But they don't know he died. He's dead. But now, like, how does it work? Because who did the soul transfer? Was it Billy himself? Was it Wanda somehow? Did she accidentally do it? Was it Lilia when she put the sigil on? Which she didn't remember doing? Which I guess you wouldn't, right? Because they did say that even the witch who did it doesn't know that she did it, type of thing. I also feel like people are going to look at this episode like negatively because it kind of, in a way, it does ruin the pacing a bit. Like, you know, we've kept this thing going where every episode is like a trial, you know, and then we get this episode where it's just a backstory. Overall, I think it's fine. I do have problems with these kind of episodes, mainly in shows that aren't that long. You know, this show is only 9 episodes. I don't think we have time to have like a full-on backstory episode, you know what I mean? But if they're going to do it, you might as well do it now. You know, it decently like follows up last episode's ending, right? I don't have a major problem with it. I think it's fine. Plus, we did have the scene at the end with Agatha and Billy. Fuck knows how Agatha got out that death trap there. I don't know. She was sinking and then she just suddenly emerges. But now the question is, where the fuck is Lilia and Jen? Are they somewhere else? Are they dead? Like, I don't know. I feel like this show's going to do a thing where they bring back every member of the coven that's died. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're going to reverse everything. Because there's no way you'd kill off, like, all them characters just... Especially since, like, they could be useful later on. Yeah, I find it weird that Vio is just vanished. Especially with that ending scene. Like, I obviously didn't have a problem with it because it was, like, backstory for most of the episode. But the ending scene, Vio's just not there. Outside of this episode, though, this show has actually been pretty decent. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is. You know, like, it's not groundbreaking, it's not like a masterpiece of a show. But it's surprising me the fact that it is decent. You know, like, I went into this show not expecting a lot. And overall, I'm kind of looking at it being like, oh, you know what? I'm impressed. You know, like it's a lot of practical stuff. It's it's well written for the most part. Like I don't really have a problem with how the characters are written and stuff like that, except maybe Billy / William, because it is weird that every like kid character in Marvel is very similar. You know what I mean? They're like happy, they're dead charismatic and stuff like that. It's like maybe take it back a bit. But I mean, Billy's a little bit different. He's got some differences. And then at the end he said he's not that nice. Like, I don't know what that means. Is he a villain in the comics or what? I don't really know the full backstory of, I think, Wiccan, right? Okay, so he's looking for Tommy. That's obviously going to piss people off because, like, people were expecting Wanda. What, he's not bringing back Wanda? I think it makes sense. Like, him bringing back Tommy, and then together they can bring back their mother. Because they're twins, right? So, like, usually, it's not common, but usually in, like, comics and other stuff, usually when the twins are together, they're the most powerful, right? So, them being together would make them both powerful enough to bring Wanda back. Or they're going to do some interesting thing where, okay, this show ends with Tommy coming back, then you have Vision Quest, Vision reunites with his sons, and then together they conclude it with the final show, which would be bringing Wanda back, and then that ends. Do you think we could do that in 2 years? Before Doomsday? Maybe before Secret Wars, because if you're going to bring Wanda back, I think the best product to bring her back in is Secret Wars. Because, I mean, I always keep bringing this up, because you need Wanda for that. Like, I feel like you need her, and especially if you're going to start introducing the X-Men stuff. Unless this Wanda's dead, like, this Wanda from this universe is just dead now. And then we're going to pick up a new Wanda whenever Secret Wars happens, but it's still played by Elizabeth Olsen. But then that wouldn't hit the same, because then she wouldn't have all that character development that she had throughout the main universe, you know what I mean? I don't know what they're going to do with Wanda. I do want them to bring her back, because, I mean, she's a really good character, and she has some very good arcs in the comics, so it'd be weird to just get rid of her like that. Multiverse of Madness now kind of makes a little bit more sense, because Wanda couldn't sense Billy because of the sigil that Lilia did. Because that makes even more sense, because we all thought it was Wanda that did the sigil, but how would she have done that unknowingly? You know what I mean? Because she clearly didn't know her kid was out there, hence why she had to go to different fucking universes and shit. And a lot of people have problems with Multiverse of Madness, saying that it doesn't really make sense for Wanda to do that. I think it does. I mean, the Darkhold is a book that, like, manipulates you and controls you, you know? It does, like, what you wouldn't do. Like, it takes the dark parts of you and pulls them out. So that's obviously what happened in Multiverse of Madness. So you can't really blame it. Like, that, you know, guilt and that sadness that Wanda had of losing her sons, and then obviously the drive of wanting them back is what caused her to go batshit. But then the question is she dead? There was an explosion at the end of Multiverse of Madness. She could have survived. We didn't see her die. And even then, it's Marvel. Even if you see a character die, they still come back, whether it's like a variant or what. Right? So it doesn't matter. Even though it does kind of matter, because at the end of the day, you kill off a variant. You kill off, like, the main one in this universe, like Tony Stark. Obviously, he's coming back as Victor Von Doom or whatever, right? So he's obviously same face, different character. But I think Tony's death still hits the same, because that's just the comic books for you, right? Like, characters die in different universes, but that version of Tony is dead. That character development that what Tony went through is gone. Like, he's dead. It's done. That arc is over. So it still hits. Same thing applies to Deadpool and Wolverine, right? Like, obviously you had the new Wolverine show up. So if they did that thing where, okay, they do a Wanda from a different universe, I'd be okay with it, but at the same time you wouldn't have that development that she had, and I think you need that for the Wanda for this universe. You know, it's just going to be interesting to see what they do with Wanda. Like, will they bring her back in time for Secret Wars? I hope they do. Okay, so Agatha obviously wants her powers back, but what if she figures out a way to get her powers back before the end? And then Billy asks for Tommy back, and then maybe Agatha asks for Wanda back? Like, 'cause we all assumed that that Agatha didn't really make it to the end of the road, right? Which, funnily enough, I love how, like, Agatha's full-on, like, backstories on the internet. Technically, if you search Agatha Harkness in Google right now, obviously it'd show up with the fucking Marvel wiki. I guess the biggest question would be, like, where do you take Agatha after this, right? Like, does Agatha's story end here? You know, it would be fucking wild if the Agatha All Along thing actually played into Multiverse of Madness somehow. It was Agatha all along controlling Wanda. Maybe she put a part of herself in the Darkhold, and then when Wanda started using the Darkhold, it took a hold of her. Imagine, that'd be fucking wild. What a twist that would be. Not really a big twist, but it'd be interesting if that's how they kind of retcon it a little bit. Yeah, it was kind of wild seeing Evan Peters back as Ralph Boner. Basically just exposition man at this point. Right? Whoever did the makeup on him for this, you can tell he's been through it. Ever since WandaVision, he's just been completely broken, because clearly we've established that everyone was aware of what they were doing. They were just trapped in their own mind, playing out these fictional characters. But with Ralph, he had two layers of it. He had Wanda controlling him, and then you also had Agatha controlling him. It's wild that he also poisoned Sparky. But obviously, like, it wasn't him that did it, it was Agatha. And he left his Blu-ray collection, because she's still living in his house. Also, who covered up what happened in WandaVision? Because they said it was like an Avengers training mission gone wrong or something like that. Who covered it up? Was it S.W.O.R.D.? Because obviously it wouldn't be S.H.I.E.L.D. and it wouldn't be the Avengers, because the Avengers have disbanded. Just seeing the differences of, like, seeing it through Billy's eyes versus Agatha's eyes is interesting. Curious to see where we go next. With, Agatha and Billy are now going to the next trial, which I don't know whose trial it's going to be, because we still don't know what's going on with Jennifer and fucking Lily. Alice is dead, which, speaking of Alice, she didn't recognise Billy either from the accident, which could kind of tie into her job, right? Maybe that's why she was fired. Because obviously you have to write like after everything happens, like the incident, right? So she had to like report on it, but she could never say the kid's name. Then the question is, why wouldn't she remember him? I'd have to go back to episode 2 and see if they have dialogue where they're like, wait, don't I recognize you? Yeah, next episode, I assume, is going to be the next trial. Maybe... could be Billy's. Right? Could be Billy's trial. I mean, we've had Agatha's last week, which was kind of underwhelming for her trial, to be honest. I mean, I said that at the beginning, but yeah, I mean, that basically sums it all up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.